JSA TV, the newsroom for tech and telecom professionals. I'm Dean Perrine, and welcome to JSA TV. With us today, we have Mr. Joseph Simone. Joe is the president of Tishman Real Estate for 165 Halsey Street. Joe, welcome to JSA TV.
Nice to be here, Dean.
Excellent. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about 165 Halsey?
Sure. 165 Halsey Street is a 1.2 million square foot building in Newark, New Jersey, dedicated solely to telecom, data center, and colocation. We now have over 80 megawatts of power through the building and over 60 networks in our carrier-neutral colo facility.
Outstanding, Joe. Thank you very much. So we're approaching the end of the first quarter. How are things going so far this year?
Going very well. We had a really good year last year. We, at the end of the year, we expanded our colo offerings in that we now offer about 180,000 square feet of colo, building operated and run out of the 1.2 million square feet in the building.
Excellent, Joe. So you guys have been around for, well, since the 90s. So how has your customer base changed since then?
In the late 90s, the building really became one of the leading telecom carrier hotels, and certainly one of the major ones in the New York metropolitan area. We mostly had telecom customers at the end of the 90s. And since then, we created a Meet Me room, and we decided to expand that into a full colo offering in the very early 2000 range, give or take. And that created the opportunity for enterprise users to come in to take advantage of connectivity with all of the networks we then had in the building because of the telecom work.
Very good. Joe, you're providing the best segues for me today. Why don't we talk a little bit more about the specific industries that you all serve?
We now have 19 of the Fortune 500 companies that are present in the facility, and they really run the gamut of different industries: financial services, international banking, domestic banking, trading firms, content providers, medical, peering networks, etc. So it's a good mix of customers.
Excellent. So yeah, Fortune 500. That's big, obviously. Why are they choosing 165 Halsey?
You know, I think we're really well located. So we're only 13 miles from Manhattan. Number one, we have been working at this for, it's going to be going on 20 years very shortly, and it's the same team that's been involved in all of the aspects of not only setting up the infrastructure of the building to make sure it's secure and make sure we have the right amount of power and fiber running through it, etc. But also from an operational standpoint, we were, as I said, one of the original telecom carrier hotels. We have a great network, over 60 networks in the building, and we've morphed into a world-class colo facility and how we operate. So I think we've really worked at making this a world-class facility from an infrastructure standpoint as well as from a colo operations standpoint.
Very good, Joe. So, the first question was, it's the end of the first quarter, how things going. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what's on the horizon for 2016?
Well, as I said, we expanded our colo offerings fairly significantly towards the end of the year. We're sold out in room 1, we're sold out in room 2, we're 75% sold out in room 3, and we're 50% in room 4 and room 5. So we have 5 distinct different colo rooms. And so for the next, our mission for this coming year is to continue to work on making sure our operations are world-class, and then also to continue with our licensing and leasing program for the balance of those offerings.
Awesome. Joe, thanks as always for being here. We always look forward to your updates, and thank you, viewers, for watching JSA TV. We'll see you soon.